it mentioned that in MCM 306 that the aspect of it, the practical application, where I've got some very practical questions
Yeah.
and how you can approach them without, messing things up. So we have to think about investigation as a very organized system. Think about it as a system that requires structure. Because if you don't get things organized the appropriate way, you are likely to miss the mark. Not just missing the mark, you are likely to miss what you're trying to actually hold on to. So, what do I mean by missing the mark or missing what you're trying to hold on to? Investigative journalist is trying to put bits and pieces together in order to make sense of a particular scenario, right? So think about it as a project, and your end goal is to figure out what is meant to be hidden. Do you understand that? Is to figure out what was originally intended to be hidden. And in order for you to do this safely, securely, and correctly, you need to put a structure in place. Now, you have to plan.
Okay.
Any building project without a plan is a project that has already been planned to fail. I must have had that before, haven't you? Yeah.
Yes.
So you need to have a clear plan about how you want to approach things. You need a team, meaning you need a system in place. You need a team, you need a system in place. If you're a one-man person, if they gun you down in the course of the investigation, or they try to shut you up, what becomes the fate of the investigation? Would that be the end of it? So,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, that would be the end of it. If it is just you, that would be the end of it. So you don't want that. A sustainable investigation, a sustainable journalism practice need a structure in place so that it doesn't end with one person. You understand? If somebody's cover is blown, somebody else picks it up.
Okay.
Do you understand that? So that's why you need to organize it in phases. You have plan, you have backup plans, you have backup systems. You're thinking about, think about it like, I don't know what specific question you have, but I would just open the one of the question. Do you want to read out the question to me so I can address the one that you have with you? Because I have different scenarios.
So yeah, the three scenarios. So the first one say walk through the end-to-end. The end-to-end workflow from the initial hypothesis to publication.
Good.
For it, first, now you said walk through the end-to-end workflow from the initial hypothesis to publication.
Yeah.
Now, for each of the phase, justify methodological approach.
Yes.
Types of evidence you should pursue.
Yes.
Legal, ethical consideration.
Yes.
At each. So now this is the 1A. Then 1B goes identify. Let's go with 1A first, then walk down to 1B if time permits.
Okay, I know we are already out of time, but I'm just going to try as much as possible to it. The 1A, recap the question. Yeah. Your what? Ask the question workflow. And then your workflow. Now, your workflow is a system, the processes you want to follow. The step-by-step processes that you want to follow. Remember, before you have a workflow, what is your thesis, your premises, your hypothesis? What is your primary assumption? What are you planning to get? What do you think is already happening? Do you think there is corruption? Do you think there's a problem? Do you think there's an abuse? Now you are trying to test or gather information that will either prove your claim or otherwise. Does that make sense? So now you are trying to gather evidence that will support your assumption or your belief in order for you to get to where you want to get to. If you don't have sufficient evidence, then you don't publish. If you have sufficient evidence, you need a team to look at it, evaluate it. You need a legal team to look at things for you. You need a psychologist to help you ensure that you are not just making things up in your head. Investigative journalism is not a child play. You need the ethics teams, that will help guide you to ensure that you're operating within the professional norms and standards.
Okay.
You need leadership to ensure that you're actually making the right decision that will not jeopardize the impact of the work. And I ask the question, if I gather or get an evidence through the correct evidence, through the wrong means, is that evidence tenable? It depends on if it is for societal good, if its purpose surpasses the reason why it is aiding. And I mentioned official secret act, that there are some certain documents that are protected by the law. You can't break into that. It will be a detriment to the national security. Now, when I talk about system and the phases, it is very important because, scientific evidences, scientific findings are sequences of events in efforts to get a certain result. The same thing, you are approaching journalism in a scientific way, in a systematic way. That's why I talk about system, meaning that you have an hypothesis, you have some questions. If you find the answers to this question and they align with your positive hypothesis or confirms your assumption, then it means you have a story. You have a big idea. You work with your team. How do we gather more evidence to present this to the public so they can accept it, understand it, and expose what is meant to be eaten? What they are trying to hide, in fact, is not even meant to be eaten. So what I'm saying, does this make sense to you?
Okay, yes, it does. I'm trying to make sense of everything now. So I'm supposed to, if I were to attempt this in an exam, that means you're expecting me to start from what I think. So when I hear there's a situation and a contract was awarded, in my head I should form my hypothesis. Could
Yes.
it be that there's someone behind me doing this? So I should start from there.
Be very expressive. Yes. You have to state everything the way you would do it in real life. The way you would do it in real life. I'm a journalist. I've been assigned to this bit. The first thing I'll think about is, where is this information coming from? Where is this tip-off coming from? Can I rely on it? I'll confirm that first. Okay? After that, then I form my hypothesis. Then I start planning. I inform my upline editor to let him know the idea I want to pursue. And then we'll meet as a team. And then the full plan starts up. And then we'll organize, set up a phase system, a 6-month plan. We'll give room for investigation, we'll give room for planning, we'll give room for fact-checking, we'll give room for consultation with the legal team, we'll give room for consultation with the psychologist if it is very sensitive. We'll give room for also secret service if they need to protect me. If I have somebody in security that can provide me with some security, if my life is threatened. For example, I'm going to investigate the custom, and perhaps I was arrested in the course of it, I'm in prison, or who will come forth for me. There should be a system in place that will notify them that something has gone wrong. There should be a checking system that you must always hear from me within every 3 hours. If you don't hear from me in 3 hours and you don't hear from me in 5 hours, it means something has gone wrong. You should look for me. Use the GPS that is connected to me that you're tracking to find where I am or where I've been taken to. So you need a system in place. Think about it like an MIC team.
Okay.
Think about it as a secret service event.
So let me pick the checking systems where now you're talking about. You now say for each phase as to justify the methodology approaches. I'm lost in that.
The method is the phases. The method is the phases, is the workflow. The methods are the procedures you follow to arrive at that.
Okay.
The method includes the ethics. It includes the team procedures, your own approaches of finding out the truth. So you have to put it on paper. You don't just go out and say you're looking for things without being organized. I hope this answers your question.
It does. I still need to use my brain anyway. Types of evidence you should pursue. I know what to do in that place. Then the legal ethical consideration.
Legal and
Okay,
ethical.
I think I know what to do. And that's what you do with this one. Then you now said the B, identify 3 critical decision points of your
Yes,
investigation.
definitely. Yes, depending on what assumption you've made. Yeah.
What you will need to weigh public interest. What would you do here if it was you? Please.
What would I do? The question is, who wants to know versus who wants this information hidden? If the public know, how will it benefit them? If they don't know, how will it harm them? If they eventually know, will it make the society better? Will it reduce the number of bad people? Will it save the public fund from being embezzled? Will it increase the livelihood of the people? If all of these answers are mostly positive, then it is of public interest.
So now, with what you said, you've given over 5 critical decision points. Is that okay?
Maybe.
I'm just trying to know. Thank you so much. Explain how you will resolve each decision point. Reference to journalistic ethics.
Yeah. So you have to go and read about journalistic ethics. I mentioned something. I made reference to my paper, a research I did with Professor Layosho, one of the leading professors in Nigeria. Just search for it. Ethics. You can say journalism ethics and put my first name, my last name there, Arolo, and then you should find it. Yeah. If you watch the video again, you will find that. Yeah. So I've got to go. I have another meeting.
Please. I have just one question for you. I know I haven't gotten all my answers, but I'll work with what I have.
Yeah, you know one thing you can do? You can always book another time.
Thank you.
And what I would do is that I can share a link with you again so you can listen to this all over again. And then since we're not able to record it here, and from there you can ask questions even on under it. There will be a session where you can ask questions. So ask the question and then we can take it up from there. Does that make sense?
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much.
All right.
Take it, sir. I really appreciate it.
All right. Take good care of yourself.
Will I get the link in my email?
Yeah, I will send it to you.
Will I get the link in my email?
Yes, I can send it to you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
And you
bye.
too.
Yeah, bye.
All right. That was one of my students from a private university in Nigeria. And she's got more questions. And obviously, I want to keep the session short so we can get the most out of our time. And there we are. If you've got questions about this, please ask. I'll put the question in the comments so that you can know the context of our question. Best regards and bye.